Driving home from her job as a professor at UNC Chapel Hill, Dr. Lynn Owens felt a surprise.
In my car, driving down the highway, I just left campus, and all of a sudden I feel something moving on my foot. And I look down, and a squirrel is walking up my leg. And so, I had this moment of initial shock, like, oh my God, how did a squirrel get here? But then I was going, 75 on the highway. So I was just trying to keep cool, and it just relaxed on my lap like it was a cushion or something. So I just kept driving with the squirrel there.
She thinks the squirrel may have gotten in her tote bag on campus, although that is still a mystery. And since he came from campus, Owens wanted to take him back there. Only the release didn't go quite according to plan.
I went to release the squirrel. The squirrel just sort of sat there and looked at me and then spun around a little bit frantically and ran right back up my leg like I'm its mama or something. So I take the squirrel and I said, okay, buddy, you're free. Ran right back up my leg. So I started thinking, well, maybe this squirrel isn't ready to be out in the wild. I don't know, but I couldn't just leave it there. So I ended up taking it to my office. It was there on my shoulder during office hours.
And suddenly, Owens was the most popular person on campus.
I had more students come to office hours than, probably all of last semester combined. They were begging me to keep it too.
Her students weren't the only ones who wanted to keep the squirrel. Her two young girls were disappointed when he didn't come back home.
They named him Mr. Nuts, and they're like, Mr. Nuts, he can live with us. He loves us. He's a great squirrel, but I don't have that kind of time.
Wow. Instead, Owens took the squirrel to a rehab center where he'll be bottle fed and meet other orphan squirrels.
It's been a wild 24 hours, but I'm happy. I think it's a happy ending for the squirrel.